Well, look who came out to play. All right. So, got this mat in here from Devlin. We are going to run it with the 4 buckets of beach sand and water jet, garnet, and tungsten. And we're going to see how she measures up to the dream mat below. All right, barely fit. Had to really slide it underneath there. Bring enough room water for the pass over. But we're going to go ahead and run this guy. Start scoop material into it. See what she does. All right, let's get this guy rolling. Got a couple split shots in there already. Those big drop riffle sluices all the way down in this nice fluid bed. I doubt we're going to lose any sinkers. But you know that's going to change when we run the real test, because the fluid bed ain't going to be so pretty. It's going to be a lot of ironstone, heavy big magnetics, garnet, so that the we were having a rock. We had a split shot roll out. I could not believe that. So the drop riffles did fill up enough with garnet already that we had a sinker roll out. I couldn't believe it. I would have never. If I'd have been proved wrong, I would have bet 100%, no matter what, that none of the sinkers would have fell out of this sluice because of all those drop riffles. Seems to have the typical signature of drop riffle sluice, which means once the cells get so full, the other material that's going over them scoots over the top, so you really need lots of length for the sluice to work and a lot of holding capacity, because once a cell fills up, it becomes inactive and the material rolls over the top of it. Cool beans. All right, let's take some look-see. So you can see that tungsten up in the top cells, the chunks of it there. Sinkers. And you can see the tungsten on this green really good. See it there? See, believe it or not, it seems to be building up really good right there. And you see it again here. Look how far down the mat we are. Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of tungsten in there. So, notice how we get more and more blondes in the drop riffle zone as we go. Nice tungsten wire piece. Cool beans. So we got 5 sinkers there, it looks like. And we got 1, 2, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5. Never would have believed it. Not a million years. Those sinkers rolled out of there. Water flow and inertia. Cool beans. Well, you know, there's even another one right there. Well, time will tell. Round 2. Get the juice in before we blow out that gold and that tungsten. That's what I love about Dream Mat so well. I don't have to worry about running my sluice, the Dream Mat dry, because when you're running it, you ain't losing the gold. Well, to a certain extent. You know, you can't let it sit there and run for like 3 days, but you run it, you're not going to lose the gold. You know, you're not going to worry about migrating your gold. I've yet to have a sluice show me a pattern that it does that. This pattern already, I'm looking at this right here, especially with that gold on the surface and the top. You know, the more you run it, the more it's gonna migrate. Well, we'll see. We'll see what this capture is. That's just going to tell the story. Obviously, the sluice with the highest capture rate has the less migration. It's just common sense. The sluice that catches the most sinkers has the best odds of catching the bigger nuggets also. And so far, that's Dream Matt. Dream Matt's the only one who caught them all. You know, caught them all in epic style, too, up in the upper part, you know, so we shall see. After bucket 2, so the cells are still not like filling up with just tungsten in that first row. And that's a pretty good indicator of what's going to be happening. And even though we got some nice fluffy tungsten hanging out on top, and we got, looks like we got great tungsten, you know, right at the edges. My kids are in the background there fighting over a cardboard box. That's all you need to entertain the kids nowadays is a cardboard box. So yeah, look at that. You know, that is really very interesting. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? You can see that color change, that reflective index. How it turns that brazen, that's a new word. I just invented it. It's mine. Color. Anyways, so there's sinkers in every bucket. And I only see one more sinker up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more sinkers up there. So that's not good news. So that means the other ones are down below. All right, let's run bucket number 3. Bucket 3. Here we go. I think we just saw a sinker roll out in slow motion. I got the spectators here, the judges.
Yeah, the one rolled out. And that's a flood.
What you're trying to see is, you know, these vortexes that are supposed to be spinning. Sluice tells the story, I don't. Well, that cell's almost clean. Anyways, as we go down, it seems like the most of the gold that we're seeing, or tungsten, is in these top row of this back riffle from this eddy, this back side. Sluice tells the story. 4th bucket. Here we go. Off to the races. Look at that stuff. Come on there. Cool. Like I was saying before, it has a typical signature of a drop riffle sluice, where the middle of it's burnt, it seems to form like a slick and flow out of the box. And you see that more in a lot of drop riffle. The riffles fill up, and so the sides of the sluice form a little rolling effect that move everything towards the middle. So you tend to see a slick of material go down the middle once the box starts to get full. And that's a typical signature of a drop ripple sluice. It is basically saying, you know, I'm full of material. I let material pass over the top because, you know, it's just the way it is. Yeah, I noticed this with all the other sluices. You know, here I am at the bottom of the bucket. And I'm trying to wash it out like a madman, trying to hurry up and get that last little bit of material out of the last bucket in the sluice before the sluice starts washing itself out. You know, did the same with the hog, same with the keen, same with this. Now what would happen if I let this sluice run for 5 minutes compared to Dream Mat, where it doesn't seem like it seems to have much of an issue? There would be nothing left. So migration comes because we're moving everything this way in the pattern of all the fluid dynamics. If you look at the overall general direction, we're moving everything out the box. And with Dream Mat, every cell is up in capture, up in capture, up, and there's so many cells. And that's why Dream Mat's different. And that's why it works better. I can tell you this already. You know, from looking at this, I'll be very, very, very surprised if we get over one of those little 4 ounces of cups of material out of this. But we'll see. And I was surprised on the Miracle Mat one. So, hey, you know, could happen. Let's check it out. Well, there's the 12 magnets I caught. Here's our tungsten in our bucket. Go ahead and we'll put this in our little tubs, and we'll see what the Green Mat decided to do for us. Here we are, got it all into one cup. And it looks like, oh, focus you rat camera. Yeah, a chunk of crap. Just under 4 tablespoons. Cameras, focus when you want them to, don't focus. Or they don't focus when you want them to. So, under 4 tablespoons is what it caught, all in one cup. Ta-da. Okay, that's what you caught. So that's right up there with, now I remember, I think hog caught more. Keen, I don't know. Keen may have caught a little bit more than this one, or they were about the same. I'll have to look. Back on my film. Cool. Let's take the sinkers and the tungsten out of the bottom mat and see what we did there for recovery behind the gulp well. Sorry, the Devlin mat. As I dig out the split shots, look at those big wiry pieces of tungsten that the mat caught. That the other one blew out. You can just see them. Anyways, so we caught, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13. There should be 12. 13, 12. Anyways, so it lost half the sinkers. Dream Mat picked up the other half. Good thing it was tailing. The last cleanup, so you guys can see how I was pulling the magnetics out. Pull out the magnetics. Slip right into the bucket. Keep doing this until nothing gets stuck on the end of the get it off anymore. Oh, battery's going dead, of course, because I'm recording. So I'll pause. All right, recording again. Yep, new battery. That's better. Like this tongue's got rounded corners, so it's easy to get the end of that, spin it off right to that corner of the material, get it out of the way. Just about done. This like last time. One more time. There, I think we're getting down to the bare bones, folks. There it is. Drain the water. Let's see what we got. Cool. We'll put her in a cup. Yeah, there's what the gold well caught. Here's what Dream Mat caught. So we're about 3.5 behind the gold well. So in the gold well, or the Devlin Sluice, sorry. If Goldwell would enforce their patent and trademark their product, they could stop all imports from Devlin with their U.S. patent in the United States. But, you know, if you don't enforce your patent, then you got people from Canada copying your stuff, shipping it down here. You know, that's their problem, not mine. But, so, there's the results. Excuse me. God, chest cold. Does the Devlin work better than the Dream Mat? Well, according to the cups of tungsten and all that material, all that flighty stuff, because you know we're getting tungsten back out the system. You know, it's not catching it all because there's so much in there. There's probably about, like I say, a pound of tungsten in these 4 buckets of just flighty stuff. And we're running it through these systems. We're running it through fast. And we are seeing what you can catch. Got some sinkers in there for a roll test. And we're seeing some pretty consistent performance. You know, nothing that's like way zinger dinger. But the Dream Mat by far, so far as memory I could tell, has caught the most. And is the only one that's caught all the sinkers. So, no, it's going to be fun when we do the real test. When we get the 2 buckets of material, that's basically all dredge cons, sand, gold, garnets. It's going to have a lot of just heavy stuff in there. And we're going to run those 2 buckets through the systems. And we're going to see who catches the most. And I think a lot of people are going to be pretty amazed that these tungsten tests will pretty closely mirror the capture recovery rate that we're going to see in the air sluices with the real gold and the other material. All right. Well, there it is. There's the testing. You know, just how it turned out. I hope you had fun watching. Hope you learned something about a little about fluid dynamics. And hope you go out there and catch a lot of gold.